Facebook upheld its decision to suspend former President Donald Trump from their platform. Joining me now to weigh in on this and a lot of other major news stories of the day, Judicial Watch president and author of the book, A Republic Under Assault, The Left's Ongoing Attack on American Freedom, Tom Fitton. Tom, always great to see you. President Trump released a statement reading in part, "What Facebook, Twitter, and Google have done is a total disgrace and an embarrassment to our country. Free speech has been taken away from POTUS because the radical left lunatics are afraid of the truth, but the truth will come out anyway, bigger and stronger than ever before." How do you think we solve this problem of big tech's bigotry toward conservatives, Tom?
Well, there's got to be a penalty for breaking the rules, lying about what you're doing, being engaged in business fraud, and, as the president said, violating the free speech rights of millions of American citizens. Today's decision undermines free speech, undermines the First Amendment, suggests that raising questions about the election is a reason to suppress your voice. Interestingly, Facebook refused to give to the oversight board, the quasi-independent body that helped make this decision today, any details that any details about any communications Facebook had with other government officials about shutting Trump down. And of course, Judicial Watch separately has found out that, yes, state government officials, for instance, in California and Iowa, helped pressure Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, et cetera, to censor, often successfully, citizens and, frankly, Judicial Watch. So this is a chilling effect, not only obviously on the speech of President Trump, but all Trump supporters or anyone who doesn't buy into whatever the left's narrative or fish of the day is.
And we know that Facebook gave a lot of money to, I think it was, if I remember correctly, what I read was primarily left-wing precincts out there for the election to bolster their left-wing election turnout in their particular areas, but didn't do the same for Republicans. And that's what I wanted to ask you about, the legal distinction as opposed to what Facebook really is. They're a private company. If they want to be left-wing, anti-American freaks, they have every right to be. They don't have the right to violate antitrust laws, which I think that they have done so, and so is Twitter and Google and others. But if they want to be left-wing, isn't that okay?
It sure is, but they have to be honest about it. They can't say they're pursuing a business policy or doing it for reason X when they're doing it for reason Y. This is not a fairly applied standard. It's targeting of conservatives. They're lying when they're saying it's not targeting conservatives. They're lying when they're saying they're doing it in a dispassionate manner. And so when you're engaged in business fraud, when you're lying to shareholders and lying to government officials about the reasons for your censorship, Section 230 doesn't protect you from business fraud or being investigated from the Securities Exchange Commission.
Yeah. And last thing, this idea about being honest about who they are. They're left-wing companies. They algorithmically, they are biased toward conservatives, and a lot of people are out there proving that every day. So shouldn't they be forced under fair disclosure or truth in advertising laws? Shouldn't they be by law required to say, hey, we're a left-wing company, we hate you conservatives, and then if conservatives still want to sign up for their platform, A-OK, but they've got to be forced to be honest about who they are, yes?
Well, there's enough evidence that they're lying about why they're doing what they're doing in terms of censoring Donald Trump and censoring conservatives. I know I've been directly censored by Twitter, and it seems to me government authorities should investigate them. You know, Federal Trade Commission. Florida now has passed a law that might hold them more directly accountable. And of course, Section 230 doesn't allow you to lie. And the fact is, what they're doing is they're taking material down and changing and suppressing content in a way that essentially turns them into publishers, and therefore they're accountable for everything on their website and liable for it too. They can't have their cake and eat it too.
Gotcha. Last thing, we've seen Arizona begin an election audit. Democrats in the biased press and Democrats on Capitol Hill, they're saying it's ludicrous. What do you say it is?
Oh, I think it's a useful enterprise to help reassure the American people that our elections were conducted fair and honestly. And the less criticism of the audit process, I think, is especially ironic because they're talking about all the security and whether it's being done right and correctly or not. I wish they were as concerned about the counting of ballots in the first place.
Tom Fitton, I've always said your organization is doing God's work, and I believe it today. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the time as always.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.